All right, Virgos, welcome in. This is for sun and rising sign Virgos. If this is not your sun or rising sign, check out your sun or rising sign. I'm going to be doing a tarot reading for you. I'm going to integrate it with some information about the astrology of what's happening at the end of November and what's happening in December. We will go through each of the big changes that are happening. You'll see the December astrology in the extended. Right now, I'm going to do a reading, and then we'll talk about a couple of things that are happening by the end of this month, by the end of November, which you really ought to know about. So let's see where we go here. This is for Virgo, Sun, and Rising. If any of you guys want to learn tarot from me, I have a tarot class. There's a link below. And next year, I'm starting on my second cohort of tarot readers, certifying tarot readers for the channel. There's a link below for that too. And the class, my tarot class is a prerequisite. So be a good thing to get out of the way before we start in the middle of January doing that certification. All right, all that's in the description box below. So for you, Virgo, safe travel. Trust. That's Scorpio energy there. Trust. And, wow. And shadow. This has come up. I've been shuffling this deck a whole ton, and those have come up very frequently. I think you're moving into a new kind of life. And I think by doing that, it's going to sort of bring up some things for you. I've noticed when I was doing your astrology, there's a lot of 8th house stuff here. Okay. And 8th house is natural Scorpio energy. Even though you don't have Scorpio in that house, you do have some remnants of it. And there is something about making massive changes that might trigger you or might bring up your shadow side. So it's sort of like, we'll see where we go in the reading, but let's see what's happening here first. Let's see what's going on underneath, which is some things you might not see coming. I'll divide. I'll dive into that a little bit more in the extended. So let's see. Things you might not see coming. This is the 4 of Wands. This is the moving card. You got a bunch of that energy in this month. There's a possibility that you fall in love with somebody and you want to move directly to them, get out of a situation that has become too burdensome. It's like freeing. I just want to be free. The Page of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. This person is single. The 7 of Pentacles, the Taurus energy. Some of you are getting free. There's Fool and there's Wheel of Fortune and there's Emperor. Wow, here's Scorpio energy here, Death. So some of you are getting free of a relationship or a living situation that has become pretty toxic. Okay, I'm going to say that to you. Could be dealing with a Taurus, a Sag, an Aries, or a Scorpio. Scorpio has already come up in our discussion. And I'm going to say that if you are dealing with somebody in your life who is very domineering, who's very controlling, especially as it relates to money or resources, that's something to look at. I feel like the new person is much more free and easy, more open, more grounded in the sense that they know who they are. I almost feel like you're in a situation where you're becoming aware of who you are, and it's chafing the other people involved because they don't want to know who they are. Okay. I don't want to know that. I just want to know what's going on in the present moment. I just want to stay focused on status quo, keeping things peaceful. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But sometimes in your life, there are big changes. And I feel like you're going to be going through some big changes. The other people may not like it though. Just saying. Okay. Empress, 8 of Cups, Judgment, being called to go move out of something that's too comfortable, to become stagnant, moving out of that 8 of Cups and into, this is a crossroads. This is the universe saying to you, hey, it's time. Okay, it's time. 3 of Cups by the next holiday, which is in the States is Thanksgiving. Lovers could be dealing with a Gemini, a Libra. There's the Taurus energy again. Tower, sudden. Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, Magician. You are manifesting this tower. All right. It's blowing up something that's become too comfortable or too overwhelmingly like you're the one who has to do everything for everybody or something like that. Talk to me about the Tower. Why is the Tower here? You know. High Priestess jump out. A secret. 9 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Ace of Swords. So we have a full moon, a full moon coming at the end of this month in Gemini. Here's Gemini energy. It is happening right after Thanksgiving. I asked what this Tower is about, and whenever I see the High Priestess, the answer is, you know what's coming. You do. You know what's coming. Ace of Swords, because you've manifested it, you've asked for it. I think something has become a little stagnant. Something has run its course. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles. Something has run its full cycle. Okay. And it's, excuse me, it's time to move on from that. What did I just, oh, here we go. The Queen of Pentacles here. Four of Cups, stagnation. Strength card. It's going to require some courage from you. The Temperance card and the Seven of Swords. I feel like you might have a secret lover who is a Sag or a Leo or a Gemini. Lots of Gemini and Mercury here. Lots of, so Gemini's ruler is Mercury, and we do have a Mercury in retrograde happening in December. Okay, so that this could be timing, or a timing card as to when that Tower is going to happen, because Tower is like right now. Okay, so let's see. Timing on this. April. In time for your birthday, on the next full moon in 2 weeks. Okay, it's not quite 2 weeks to this full moon. It's more like 10 days or 10 days. Do you see that? 2 weeks or 10 days? I'm like, maybe 10 days. Oh, there it is, 10 days. So something happened between April and your birthday this year, which if you're a Virgo sun is later in the summer, but if you're Virgo rising, you could be any sun sign. So something happened in April and in time for your birthday that kind of kicked this into gear. So this is why I advocate for people keeping a journal so that you remember what happened. But I have a feeling you remember what happened. I have a feeling that this was something, maybe you were traveling, maybe you met somebody traveling, or somebody traveled and you were meeting somebody that was traveling to you, or not to you, but you're meeting someone during travel, okay? Or you're experiencing a connection with someone during travel. Probably Gemini, you are also ruled by Mercury. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. And that's significant. So when we talk about Mercury retrogrades, your ruler is Mercury, and you could affect you day to day, because Virgo is very much about health and wellness and routines, and what I'm, putting in my body, what I'm doing every single day is really loud. If you're a Virgo rising, all right, if you're a Virgo rising, that Mercury rules your whole chart. The ruler of the rising sign rules the entire chart. So Mercury is very significant for you because it casts a shadow over your entire chart. So talk to me about that Mercury rulership. What does that mean for you? 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. So some of you could be manipulated into doing things you don't want to with your money. Some of you could be wanting to be more of a sacred servant, which is very Virgo, more of a sacred servant, less of somebody who is, I don't know, money in for money's sake or something like that. I think what will make you happy is a situation that is more meaningful to you. You could be dealing with, maybe you're in kind of a cutthroat work environment, and that's no longer what you're going to be doing or what you even want to do. So Mercury could be like, I'm making a quick change. I'm making a fast change. I'm becoming a communicator. I'm becoming someone who is has a voice in the world or something like that. So let me talk to you a little bit about what's happening by the end of November. In the extended, I'll go into December. Like I said, the retrogrades and all, the Mercury retrograde and all that. But before we get to the end of November, there's two stelliums that are happening. And stelliums are more than 3 planets or points, like North Node, in one sign. So there's a stellium in Aries, the North Node, the Moon, and the Chiron in retrograde, and that is in your 8th house, my friend. That is about a spiritual connection. 8th house, 8 of Cups, spiritual connection. It may be a secret. The High Priestess. This is very. I know this is Cancerian energy, but this is. It's almost a little Neptunian to me, but I feel like that there is a secret, especially with the 7 of Swords. So you could be, there could be some kind of activation of a spiritual connection, could be a twin flame. And it is a secret. This person's a secret. Maybe you're married, or maybe you're dealing with someone who's very controlling or dominating in a marriage, and it's time for that to go, right? Going toward a twin flame. The other stellium that's happening is in Sagittarius. So I just want you to know that this is very fleeting. This is November 24th. I want you to circle it on your calendar. The stellium in Aries, North Node, Moon, and Chiron in retrograde. The Moon moves pretty fast, so it's going to be gone within like a day. But there's still the North Node and Chiron there, just saying. The stellium in Sagittarius is falling in your 4th house. You could be moving. I feel like you might be moving to get closer to a spiritual partner or a spiritual way of living. Okay. In Sagittarius, which is about global exploration, international travel, you could be moving internationally. I don't think November 24th, all of a sudden you're living in Dublin. But what I am saying is that this stellium, the activation of it, the trine of the Aries and the Sagittarius, the 8th house and the 4th house, this is when it's going to show up for you. That like, hey, maybe my spiritual partner lives in another part of the world, and I'm going to be moving in with them or going in their direction. So the sun is in Sag. Mars is moving into Sagittarius, very powerful fire energy. And Mercury is in Sagittarius. Your ruler is in Sagittarius. And the issue with that is Mercury, your ruler, is in detriment in Sagittarius. Why is that? What detriment means is that it's weak. So your ability to communicate in an expansive way, your dreams, your hopes, your beliefs, Sagittarius, is limited because Mercury also rules Gemini, like I said to you, and that's the opposite sign of Sag. So when it's in Sag, whenever Mercury is in Sag, you might feel your ability to communicate diminished, okay, especially about your dreams and hopes. So there's this sense of a necessary healing, okay, and I go back to the stellium in Aries in the 8th house, Chiron. Chiron is our wounded healer. And so this spiritual connection that you have, this twin flame, will have a very healing impact on you if there's connection, if maybe there's a physical connection made at the end of November, Thanksgiving time, right? Because stellium in Aries, we have the North Node in Aries, like I said. That means the South Node's in Libra, which is the opposite sign, and that's in the 2nd house. So there's something here. There's that opposition, and then the 2 fire sign stelliums are working together. So they're super powerful. But that Venus and South Node energy is being activated in Libra. So some kind of past life contract can show up to you, and you're going toward healing it. Divine masculines heal in union. Divine feminines heal in separation. So if you're with your twin flame right now, you might be going into separation. Or if you're not with your twin flame, you could be coming into union, because that's what healing is, especially if you are a divine masculine. If you are a divine feminine, like I said, there could be some separation if you're a Virgo. So let's see where we go with that in the reading in the extended, okay? The second thing I want to talk about is there is a full moon in Gemini. And all the stuff we were talking about with Mercury, your natural ruler, full moon in Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. The full moon is about shining a light on a circumstance, releasing, and you might have in Gemini, it's in your 10th house. So this is about career. It could be stepping into being a communicator. Your spiritual gifts could be opening up. You could be closing out of a career, full moon, right, in Gemini, and stepping into something that's much more about communication. And that could be because it's happening in your 10th house. So stepping into a new communication field, becoming a channeler, or a medium or something like that could be happening. With that 8th house north node transit energy, there's something here about twin flame reconnection that is opening up your career. Okay, so I'm going to go deeper into the astrology of December in the extended, but I want to say to you that on the next full moon, by that Gemini full moon, you could be reconnected or reunited with your twin flame. All right, so let's see where we go. I'm going to continue on with this reading. If you want to go deeper into the astrology and see where this comes out, there's a link below. I'll see you over there, Virgo. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.